3, 2, 1. Guten Tag, alle.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. That's my 3 German words for the day. That means hello and welcome, everybody.
We're going to Austria.
That's right. Now, see, I don't know how different. I don't know if Austrian has their separate language.
I wasn't too sure either. I mean, we kind of tried to look at it before we went on to air.
Yeah.
And,
anyways, when I went to Google, it just brought me. I said English to Austrian, and it just went straight to German. So if we have any Austrian fans out there or German fans out there, let us know
if we're
the differences.
politically wrong, let us know. We're not afraid to be corrected.
Yeah, but we're trying to branch out our
viewership.
Yeah, exactly. Our languages as well.
Yeah.
It is round 2.
We haven't subscribed to Rosetta Stone yet, but we will. We need to.
That's right. Speaking of subscribers, before we went on the air for the podcast, we were like, we're trying to get our subscribers up, and we just had a fellow here, the Doc 789, subscribe.
Shout out.
So thank you, the Doc 789.
You're a new viewer, so you got a shout out.
That's right. This episode's for you.
And the other ones.
And everybody else. So make sure you keep our subscribers on and upwards. So we're at the second of a triple header. We're heading to Austria for the Austrian Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring. One of the more beautiful tracks in the whole calendar. It's situated in the mountains, surrounded by beautiful scenery, beautiful forest area in Austria. Austria is just a beautiful country on its own.
Exactly, yep.
So this is one of the more nicer races, and it's a lot easier to follow on the eyes than Circuit Paul Ricard because it's just one track.
Yep, and you don't have 150 different kind of variations of one track.
Exactly, just 2. You can go clockwise or the other way around.
Counterclockwise.
So reverse and yeah. So Lewis Hamilton heads into the Austrian Grand Prix with a 14-point lead in the championship. And in the constructors' race, I believe it is a 23-point advantage for Mercedes over Ferrari. So pretty close in both regards, of course, from the French Grand Prix last week. Vettel salvaging a 5th-place finish after his crash with Valtteri Bottas on the first lap. So luckily for him, he's still within reach for that championship. It's been going back and forth this year. Both drivers have had 17-point leads at one point, and I feel like the gap between them is going to just be getting closer and closer as the races go on. So just a couple of little notes and nuggets on the Austrian GP. So pretty much this has been a race that has been on the F1 calendar for many years in terms of the history of the sport. They've always been at Austria in what was before the A1 ring. But now renamed the Red Bull Ring. Actually, for those who didn't know, it was actually purchased by the Red Bull Racing F1 team owner, whose name I cannot pronounce because it is, I believe, very Austrian or German. So I will not. It starts with a D, I believe, though. I can't remember what his name was.
Well, what I just learned today was that Toto Wolff is actually Austrian.
Yeah, you were telling me that before.
I was
didn't know.
really surprised by that. I always thought he was German, but
same with Niki Lauda.
Yeah.
He's Austrian as well. So
that was a big surprise for me. I always thought he was. I'm gonna double check this right now because
is that cultural appropriation that we're doing right there?
We're just trying to figure it out as we go.
We're trying to figure out where you're from.
Yeah, Austria, Vienna.
Vienna, Austria. Yeah.
Okay. Man, he's young. Well, 46, but that's decently young for a guy who's leading an entire team.
Wait, his first name is Torger.
Torger?
Christian Wolff.
I think Toto's cooler.
Yeah, I guess that's just the short form. So yeah, interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah,
learn something new every day. But yeah, so it's a good track for Toto and Mercedes since the return of the race in 2014. They've won every single one. Valtteri Bottas last year won. It was his 2nd career victory, and also he got his pole position there as well. So a good race for him. So this is pretty much a really strong Mercedes track. Red Bull have done decently here as well. Ricciardo was on the podium last year. So it should be interesting how it plays out for this season. The track it's a sort of somewhat similar to Canada. It's very difficult on the brakes. There's not, as you can see on the track map that we have up here. But the last 2 corners are definitely my favorite, and it's going to be really interesting to see. Their cars are running about medium downforce levels, but with the cars the way they are this year, and dating back to last year, I feel like these guys are just going to be throwing the cars into these corners, especially turn 8 and turn 9. It's just turn 9 and turn 10.
Turn 9 looks actually like it's fairly even throughout. It's turn 10, which is going to be interesting because it looks like it's a pretty, not a hard, like a fast turn, but it's like a pretty hard turn there. When you got to slow down quite a bit to make it. So
you can actually carry a lot of speed
Oh,
into
yeah?
it. And again, I'm judging this off of the video game, so don't take my word for it. But you can pretty much take that gear or corner in fourth gear about in
Nice,
F1
okay, it's not too bad.
2017. But yeah, turn where is it? Turn 9. Turn 9 is super fast because it's just sort of a little kink.
yeah, it's a little
But yeah, it's a really great track, and because it's situated in the mountains, there's a lot of elevation changes.
Okay.
So after turn 1, you're kind of rising up into turn 3, and then turn 3, it's kind of just you're going a bit more downhill, and then same with when you get to the final 2 corners in turn 9 and turn 10. So there's a lot of
so
sort of
you're
elevation.
going into that turn pretty slow, but you're coming out of it fast if you're going downhill out of it. So
Yeah, exactly. And then of course, not having you have these couple of straights here, so tough on the brakes. Not so bad on the tires. Speaking of tires, a lot of teams opting for the ultra soft. So Ferrari have brought the most sets of ultra soft tires to the race. Mercedes has picked to go with the super soft a little bit more.
That makes sense. I guess they're gonna be moving pretty fast. They want the ultra softs to go on those turns. So
Yeah,
it's a good game plan.
Mercedes have looked better too on the harder compounds of the tires, so the super soft, the soft, and the medium.
I think it's Red Bull that's looked the best with the super soft, hasn't they?
I think so. Yeah.
I think they performed the best, but so yeah, it should be interesting. Maybe Red Bull will try the same tactics, but should be interesting to see. This looks like a very Mercedes kind of track, though.
It is, yeah, and it has been. I mean, they've won every single one since its return. So, we'll see if anybody else could break through for this year.
But this could be, I mean, if this race is close, it could be interesting in terms of overtaking because you got a lot of fast straights, and if they added a third DRS zone, it could be even more interesting. So
Yeah, it depends how much. Because it's shown to backfire. They added the third one in Canada, and it didn't really
help at all. Yeah.
And the thing is, what's interesting about this track too is that it's not like Canada where you have a lot of chicanes and you're braking really really heavily and then slowing the car down. You're sort of you're able to carry a lot of speed into these corners, even turn 1, and then like we mentioned at the end, turn 9 and 10. So you can carry a lot of speed, and we have.
This is an onboard lap.
This is Valtteri, okay. So you can see here, you carry quite a bit of speed into the first turn. You notice the elevation too, the changes of how it's going
that's
up.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, right?
Yeah, it's really nice.
So this was the turn 3 where you're kind of going up, and it's a tough one again. It's really easy to just overshoot this corner.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty
So
bumpy
it's pretty
uphill.
tight. Yeah, now you're entering the DRS zone here, correct?
Yep,
Yeah.
this is the DRS zone. And then another downhill right-hander. So there is, what did I mark down here? We got six corners to the right, 2 to the left.
Yeah.
Another section of the track too where you can carry just a lot of speed.
Yep. And it looks like even here as well.
And this is what you were mentioning with the ultra soft too. You
want to
have
the ultra soft grip. Yeah.
And this is my favorite part of the track here. Quick to.
Yeah, that's a fun part.
A ton of speed that they carry. Just a quick, a gear or 2 downshift, and then boom. It's a great track. I mean,
it's short, but it looks like a fun track to be on.
Yeah.
And you're right. The ultra softs would be the tires to go for in this one, in my opinion. Look, just watching that onboard lap. So
it's not as like technical as I'm thinking like a track like Malaysia or something, but it's just one that flows. I mean, you can get into a really good rhythm. You can push if you need to. Another thing that I like too is if you make a mistake, you're off in the grass or you're off in the gravel trap. So again, it's not like Paul Ricard where you can just easily re-enter. So that makes it interesting too.
And you said this is the first year Pirelli has the ultra softs, right, or the hyper softs, or the
hyper softs? Yeah, the pink ones.
Okay, I was gonna say, well, the lap record was just set last year for this in 2017.
Yeah, and that's crazy. Like 107.4 by Hamilton too. Yeah, that's fast.
That is fast. So are we gonna see a new lap record depending on how it goes? So
I would probably say so. And then if they add a third DRS zone, then you can almost guarantee that. But I don't know if this is the shortest track on the calendar. It's definitely one of the shortest. Canada also I know is in there. Monaco. So I don't know if Austria is the shortest, but Shaker will let's see if we can let us know. But yeah,
Bahrain. Nope.
11th longest track on the. Wow, Google, that's not what we wanted.
Not at all. You're giving me the opposite of what I
Yeah.
Googled for.
Shortest Formula One circuit. Oh, there's Guinness Book of Records.
Monaco?
So Monaco. I don't know if this is updated though. Can you see what? Yeah, it's up until 2011, so that's probably not the most accurate. But what is it? 3.1 kilometers. I think Monaco is the shortest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. That would make the
Let's
most
just
sense.
check right here. I thought it told you what how long these tracks were. Yeah, 3.3.
3.3. Yeah, I'm gonna if I had to bet my mortgage on it, I would say that Monaco is the shortest track. And then yeah, definitely Austria is one of the ones up there though. So most likely rap records, lap records will be falling. Actually, funny enough, speaking about rap, have you heard this Lewis Hamilton that he's kind of delving into a rap career?
No.
You heard about this?
No.
So you know he's friends with Kanye West.
No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I did not.
I know you're a Kanye fan.
I'm
so
a
you're
huge
gonna enjoy
Kanye
this.
fan, yeah.
This was about a year ago where he said that he was sort of working on some stuff with Kanye, and just in the music business alone because he's a big fan of music.
You know what? I'm actually really excited to see that because
Me
Kanye only signs people that he knows are going to do really well, and he collaborates with people that he knows are going to be the next thing. So
Could you imagine like the F1 theme we have now next year is just like a Lewis
It's just
Hamilton
Kanye.
track?
Oh my God, that'd be pretty cool. I'd be willing to see that. I'd see that.
Yeah, I don't know, but the rumor is that he might be because Christina Aguilera just released a new song.
Okay.
By the way, I hate to really talk about this and being one of those really annoying, entertainment shows, but it relates to F1. So she released a new song, and they're saying that there's another artist that's featured on it that might be Lewis Hamilton.
Huh.
Because it's under like an alias name or an
Okay.
anonymous name. So some people are saying that it's Lewis Hamilton. They asked him about it in France, and he didn't really want to comment on it. So
What's this new Christina Aguilera song?
No
well,
clue.
I'll look it up afterwards.
no clue. I don't know if you can search it to see if there are any like confirmed rumors or anything like that we've had in the last couple of days. But yeah, I mean this is because he's been talking about it for a while now that he sort of wanted to get into recording his own music and maybe releasing an album. So maybe this is the first step.
Why is Lewis Hamilton the Drake of F1?
Lewis Hamilton was listed as co-writer of Pipe on Liberation on Christina
Oh.
Spotify. Maybe that's why.
Maybe he's just. I don't know. That's interesting. Maybe there's another Lewis Hamilton.
Maybe. It's a pretty common name, right? I would think so. Yeah, that was the thing when he played his music for Kanye.
Yo, it's the year of Kanye, so.
It is. So that will be an interesting development to follow heading into the race. Not only is he fighting for a championship, he's also
Planning for a rap career.
So if it doesn't work out for him either way, then he has.
We don't have enough rich rappers in the market. So.
Right? Yeah, we just need another one.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Anyway, that's enough for our entertainment gossip for this show. Other news: Red Bull. Some Red Bull news. Daniel Ricciardo. He's supposed to be set to change his MGUK. I think it's stemming back from the issue he had in Monaco and previous races. So Christian Horner and Red Bull said that they're going to try and delay that replacement till about Hockenheim in Germany, which is the end of July. Let me just check that really quickly. So the reason why they don't want to take it now, I mean, they're going to have to face grid penalties anyway. But they think Hockenheim, they have a better opportunity of overtaking, so they want to take it there. July 22nd, there we go. So they want to take it there where they have a better chance of, coming through the field, sort of like they did in China as well. So, they're hoping that MGUK can make it another couple of races. And it's a lot to manage for these teams, especially 3 races in 3 weeks. So,
well, they have looks like a decently long break after that. No, just a 12-day break, but.
Yeah, they're gonna have one more race. I think they have a break after
July,
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, after Britain. It's like a week, and then they go to Hungary. They go to Germany and then Hungary, and then they have almost a month off in August. So a really busy time. And trying to think of what else that we could have for this circuit. You take the lap 56% of the time full throttle. So just about over half your lap you're on full throttle. And like we mentioned before, lap record held by Lewis Hamilton. And yeah, that's kind of it for the track. Basically, we're looking at a 3:10 local start time. The race in France started pretty late. It was like 4 o'clock local time in France.
Really? Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not complaining. It makes it better for us
Yeah,
here
it
in the
was
Eastern
great
time
for
zone.
us. Yeah, I got to sleep in slightly. So.
Yeah, they changed the title sponsor. It's iTime now for Austria. So if any of you guys are interested in that type of stuff and following the sponsorship, and then of course we have the drivers and constructors championship standings. Lewis Hamilton out in front with 145 points. Sebastian Vettel 131 behind, and then Valtteri Bottas in Daniel Ricciardo in P3 with 96 points. So good for Daniel Rick moving up in the championship.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the next couple of weeks and where Verstappen ends up with his performance.
Yeah, he's been having a much better couple of weeks for him. And 75 points between these 3 races and 3 weekends that you could either lose or make up. So
yep. It's good. It's a big couple of weeks for sure.
Yeah, it's a key time though because all these teams came with their engine upgrades and excuse me with all their package upgrades too. So they might not have to worry about reliability because obviously if this is sort of a time in the season where you don't want reliability issues to sort of hit you.
Yeah.
So Mercedes has been looked pretty good with that new engine, and we'll see how they do in Austria. Other than that, I don't think we have any
F1 Fantasy.
That's right, F1 Fantasy. Other than that, though, I don't think there's any F1 news. We recorded this a little bit earlier in the week, so we might have missed some breaking news.
We're wearing the same clothes as our last show. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been a long week. Laundry, haven't gotten to it, so.
Yeah, I don't get that. Clean white shirt.
That's about it. That's all you need. That's all you need. So yeah, fantasy.
Let me see if I have this open on my phone, cause the internet.
If you hit login, I should still be. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
I should still be have my stuff in there. I don't think I had a good week. I picked.
I don't think either.
Esteban Ocon.
This is the first time I decided to change my turbo driver to Fernando Alonso.
Oh man.
I did so well, guys. I got 8 total points.
Oh boy. I'm just looking at my team right now. God. Oh man. I picked Gasly and.
Wait, hold on. If you pick your turbo driver and it's negative points,
yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's bullshit. Technically, if you technically multiply a negative by a negative, it should be a positive, right? So.
Oh man, what a brutal weekend I had.
All right, where are we looking here? The BackMarkers.
I don't know if they've updated. Looks like they have. No.
No, I don't think so. Let's see what Red Team 5 got. For race. Wow. Okay.
Oh, good pick with Red Team 5.
Oh my God, man!
Kevin
That's
Magnussen
just absolutely nailed it this week for your fantasy for sure. Wow, impressive.
Jeez.
200
and Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, man, he got 211 points in total. That's a third of his points in 1 week.
This guy's killing it.
And then this is TJ. He got 154 points this week.
Yeah, he
also he got some good choices.
Man, I suck at this.
I'm doing pretty bad too. I don't even want to get to myself. We'll do top 3. Then Warriors got 193. Impressive.
Good budgeting too to get both the Ferrari guys in there.
Yeah, and you got Mercedes as your constructors, so you got a lot of points this week.
Oh, and you know what? I just saw Grosjean. We didn't really speak about him that much in our last show, but a lot of fans are calling for Grosjean to get a race ban, just the way he's been driving the last couple times. But, man, he's been really... Since the first race in Australia, I don't know if that's, affected him or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's just been having the worst time of his career. I mean, this is probably one of his worst seasons in F1, dating back to his early Lotus days. But he's been crashing into things.
Yep.
He's been crashing into people. Marcus Ericsson's been crashing into him. I don't know what's going on with Romain Grosjean. Still hasn't scored any points this season.
I don't know what's going on either. Let me see if I can find the picture I'm looking for, which pretty much describes Grosjean's season.
It's just, I don't know. I mean, sometimes he does he's been known to have, reckless driving in the past. But, yeah.
That's not it.
I don't know.
I'm looking for the one where he was just sitting on the stairs.
Oh, sitting on the stairs? Yeah, that's my favorite picture. Yeah, it's true, though. That does sum up his season. Exactly it. I mean, he's
trying. It's just he might be trying a little bit too hard.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe he's putting, he wants to get those points, and he's putting that extra effort. But I think he's taking some risk, and I know a couple of them have been very unlucky, no fault of his own. Was it Monaco? Where's the head down picture where he could just kind of happen to
Spain.
Spain, yeah.
That was when Ericsson hit him again.
Like I said, there's a lot of very unfortunate things happening to Grosjean. So I hope he makes it out. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, maybe Haas has to start thinking about making a driver change or something.
Yeah,
because Kevin Magnussen's been outperforming him all season. He's been consistently scoring points. But yeah, Grosjean's still without a point, and we're now 8 races into the season.
Yeah,
or sorry, 9 races into the season. So he's gonna need to step his game up. I think I don't know what the driver market's looking like now. Who could end up replacing him, but yeah, he's gonna have to really make an effort because he had a decent weekend. He got into Q3, but again made a mistake in Q3 in France.
Yep.
Spun out, and then in the race too, he made another mistake, got that 5-second penalty, made contact with Esteban Ocon. So he just hasn't been able to keep his nose clean when he really needed it the most. And it's been costing him and costing the team as well. Mm-hmm. And we looked at after the first race in the season and we said, well, if it wasn't for that mistake, Haas looks like the best of the rest, and now they're, worst of the rest almost.
McLaren, but I'm sorry, I'm almost shit on McLaren in the last couple of weeks, but they need a change. But yeah, they're not looking too bad right now. I would despite Gasly's unlucky thing last week, I think Toro Rosso would be my choice. Maybe Force India, but yeah, I think you're right. They're like just above mid range, I would say. For us. They're yeah.
I think you have like Williams, the worst, of the worst.
I just forget about Williams always.
Yeah,
because they're so and that's sad because they're Canadian. But you're right. And I'll take the McLaren comment back.
But in terms of the midfield, you'd probably throw McLaren in there because they were supposed to be, on the top there. But Haas has sort of fallen back, and now it's kind of been the story of the last few seasons for them. So we'll see what Haas can progress throughout the season. Because as we look, at the Constructor Standings, they're 7th now.
Has any of... Oh, never mind.
Okay. Force India in 6th with 28. So, I mean, McLaren's still there. Like, they haven't scored points in their last 3 races now almost. But somehow they're still P5. But, I mean, Force India had a double DNF in France, so that helps McLaren a lot.
Yeah.
And then Renault was sort of starting to pull away from the midfield. And so
it was interesting to see all the yellow in Spain for the last race.
In France, me?
France.
Yeah. I think they're giving them out for free. Those are nice.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're trying to support their nationality.
Yeah, Renault's home Grand Prix, and then we move to Austria, which is Red Bull's home Grand Prix as well. So hopefully Red Bull's going to come out with some fun stuff with Ricciardo and Verstappen. They always do some fun videos. I'm very excited for this
race. So
should be a good one. It's going to go down on July 1st, Sunday. It's 3:10 p.m. Local time in Austria. For our Eastern time zone viewers, the race will be 9:10 a.m. in the Eastern time zone. And that will be on Canada Day for the Canadian F1 fans. So you can get up early, get yourself a coffee, and enjoy the race, and then enjoy your Canada Day festivities. And hopefully we'll have some good weather, too, to enjoy that day. So we will be off on July 1st, of course, unless you guys want to do a show on July 1st.
Depends on... We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not going to comment on that.
But we'll most likely be back the very next day. That is a holiday for us. We get Monday off, right?
Yep.
I don't get it off, but most people do.
I thought it was. I'm pretty sure everything's closed.
Yeah, I gotta work though.
Okay.
We're in the television broadcasting, so we don't do holidays, guys. And
I was really surprised to find out I had Monday off. So
there you go. Enjoy it. And a quick shout out to all the boys and girls in the Formula One teams, in the hospitality, the travel units that are undertaking this massive triple header weekends.
Yep.
It's a lot of work for those guys. Of course, the drivers have a lot of pressure and stress and expectations on them.
A lot of media on them, but
yeah.
they're the ones who have to put the headphones and avoid it, while the other guys kind of have to deal with it. So.
That's right. That's right. They're putting in the long hours. I mean, you don't really see it, but we can speak on in terms of the broadcast. I mean, these guys are most likely doing 12.
You know what I did love at one point? One of the commentators was, I think it was Ricciardo and Vettel, and Kimi racing, and at one point the commentator just commented the broadcast. He was like, "Great directing, great camera work." And you know what? Like in that situation, there was a couple points where I was pretty disappointed with the broadcast in the last France race, but they absolutely nailed that fight on the track there.
Because they went to the nose cams.
Everything, and they were just at the commentators right, like every single cut the director had, he nailed in terms of the car coming in and going out of frame. So it's interesting to see the behind the scenes work. I mean, I get really excited about it, but you gotta respect the people who are putting in the long hours. And I mean, we saw it in Montreal where when we went up, they were setting up the stands. These guys were working a month before the race was even happening, right? Getting the track ready. So I mean, I'm sure they're still working right now. They started probably a couple weeks ago. So.
Yeah, it's you have a sort of a more of appreciation for it when you're in it, because it is a long process, and people don't realize it really, what it takes, especially a race. Yeah. There's a lot of elements that go into that, so good for everybody working on that.
Yeah, especially with F1 being so international, a lot of broadcasters involved, a lot of copyright issues and such. So. And
including us. God damn it, YouTube. So hopefully maybe in the future we can kind of give you guys a bit more behind the scenes look of how a broadcast works in relation to Formula One. There's a lot that we don't know either. I mean, it's, we've done a lot of our share of sports, hockey, basketball, football, but we've never done a motor race event.
No, so, unfortunately, would love to.
Soon, F1. If you're hiring,
holler at your boy.
Yeah, exactly. We're available. So that should be fun. But hopefully those guys will get a much deserved break sooner rather than later. And that's it for us.
Yep.
I think we covered everything that we needed to cover. Power rankings should be out in the next couple of days.
Wednesday, something like that.
Yeah, so we might do an update on that in our recap show. It should be a lot of moves shifting around. I kind of agree with Formula One now if they want to put Charles Leclerc in P1.
Yep.
He's been my MVP in the last few races. So,
are we going to make predictions before we go?
Yeah, that's a good call.
I feel like we're forgetting something.
Yeah, that's true. I know Tyler's not here, but
we'll get him to tweet his predictions.
Yeah. I'll let you go first, and then I'll base my pick off yours.
I was pretty close last week. I gotta say, I think I had Hamilton, Ricciardo, and I had Verstappen in that order, and it was almost that, just switched around. So I'm gonna go. I'm going to go Bottas this time for number one, based on his performance in last year, and I think he really needs a win. And I say that every week, but I think it's going to be him. Number one, I'm going to go same as last week. I'm going to go Ricciardo and Verstappen again. Those are my top three, in that order.
2 Red Bulls at Home Grand Prix.
Home Grand Prix and Mercedes with 1. It might be Bottas or Hamilton, but I'm going to go with Bottas as winning.
Okay.
So.
I'm going to go, I'll mix it up. I'll say Max Verstappen gets his first win of the season.
All right, okay.
He's on a roll. He's got the momentum. I think he's at a track that he can do well at. It's a track that I think Red Bull should know really well, so they should have a lot of good information on that. So I'm going to go with him with P1. P2, I'll go Valtteri Bottas.
Okay.
And P3, I'll go Lewis Hamilton.
All right.
I didn't even say he'd finished on the podium last week, and he won the race. So I guess I won't doubt Lewis this time. I think he's coming off a lot of momentum. He's got some new music out apparently. And then I think.
Do you think Lewis Hamilton does what Kanye West does and hype himself up with his own music?
Probably. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think Hamilton probably plays like own interviews in his headphones.
Oh, probably just some recaps.
Yeah, probably looks at himself in the mirror before every race.
Yeah,
I don't know. And then I'd probably say like P4 maybe would be like Vettel. I don't know.
Man, I It's really hard. This is weird, but it's been hard to call Vettel in the podium the last couple of times. He's definitely one of the best drivers on the grid, but I don't know. He's been off. Like I commented on it in the last show too, but I want to see him in the top 3, but this is a weird track for him.
It's just because it's a Mercedes track, so you kind of favor Mercedes, but I don't know. It's in Canada we thought it would be Mercedes, and then it ended up being Ferrari.
Yep.
And here it was sort of other way, or France was sort of other way around, and then ends up being Mercedes. But that new engine upgrade looks pretty mighty, I must say. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
not confident in my picks whatsoever, but
I'm confident in Red Bull. In my Red Bull picks, I'm not confident in my Mercedes pick. I think I might switch around. I'm confident that Ferrari's going to make podium. I'm going to say it now, and it's going to be the opposite.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like the World Cup, People pick Germany, and they sort of look like they're barely going to make it through the group stage. So we have no idea. So you just gotta wait until July 1st, see how it plays out.
Yep.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
Anything else from you?
No, I think that's it.
I think that's pretty much about it. Yeah. So until July 1st, we'll be back with the Austrian GP recap show. As usual, guys, hit that subscribe button. We wanna keep bringing you guys all these special videos. We got some things planned out during the summer break to bring you guys some extra content that's sort of different from our podcast. So we're gonna be using that time off in between races to sort of do some special videos. But yeah, in the meantime, hit that subscribe button. Comment in our videos what you thought of the French Grand Prix. What are you expecting in the Austrian Grand Prix? There are a lot of smart fans out there, so we want to hear you guys' opinions.
Yeah, we always want to hear your guys' comments and opinions. Yeah, if you ever have anything to say, I think we're pretty good responding on our Twitter and our Insta.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, we don't get that much traffic yet, but hopefully that will pick up soon. And we'll always answer you on Twitter. We're at TBMF1 Show, so you can follow us there and send us your questions, comments, and concerns through Twitter or Instagram, Facebook as well. And, of course, on YouTube. Again, thanks, guys, for joining us. Until the Austrian Grand Prix, I guess we should have looked up what was.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, we can't say Guten Tag again. So
what was it? I should know this. I forget. It's like on the tip of my tongue.
Oh my God, me too.
Anyways, guys, we'll work on our German for the post-race show.
We'll get both hello and goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. we'll get that ready for
maybe
for
as an extra
show.
we'll learn another word, but
exactly.
We'll promise you a hello and a goodbye.
Thanks again, guys. We appreciate it. Until next time, see you later.